Warning, this podcast contains a really crappy acoustic guitar. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for the Vampire Diaries Season 7, Episode 19, Somebody That I Used to Know. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-hosts, Mike and Kim.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Song is stuck in my head now.
I know, shit.
Well, next week's is a Metallica song, so we'll see how much that gets stuck in your head. But as for this week, what did you guys think of this episode?
We kinda know what's in the vault.
We kind of know what's in it, but not really.
Kind of. Yeah.
Kinda. If we believe the sneaky bitch.
Right, Enzo's cousin. So she approached Enzo and, she explained how Lucy Bennett sealed the vault with her sister inside, her sister Yvette, who is still alive after all this time being sealed in the vault. How long ago was this vault sealed?
4 years, did you say?
Okay.
A number of years ago.
But something else is in there. It's not just her.
Yvette was a vampire. Or Yvette was some other supernaturally immortal creature. Either that, or there is something in the vault that's, scary, magically powerful.
Yeah, well,
it's scary. I think it's... Okay, so this is my thing. She says she's hearing her. After 4 years, if she's a normal human being, she's obviously dead, just like Enzo said. I think it is some magical, whatever the hell it is, and it's mimicking her sister's voice.
It could be.
My prediction.
It could be a mimic, yeah. Because if she was a vampire, she would be desiccated, so
Right.
She wouldn't be talking.
Right.
And she wouldn't have a connection with her sister. So, because vampires don't have magic like that, unless they're a heretic, which, no.
No more heretics.
Maybe she's inhabited by a demon, which is why her crazy sister locked her in there in the first place.
And we get demons introduced.
I don't know, I'm hoping that they go with the route from the book, which is the Phantom I mentioned last week. Because there is a Phantom zone thing, I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like the other side, but it's an additional layer to it.
The Phantom Zone.
This is not Danny Phantom.
The Phantom.
Can we call it the Danger Zone?
No.
Oh.
No, only if Archer is somehow in this universe now. Other than just being on Netflix.
There's a reason I had secret agent.
Now Ace Ventura is in this? So, anyway, we do find out a bit more about Bonnie this episode and how her and Enzo came to be. It's all because of the armory. He's trying to hide her because he doesn't believe the armory. He doesn't believe her at all.
And he's right not to.
Is he?
I think. I don't know.
Think?
There's something shady going on there.
Of course there is, but what if she is telling the truth? What if? And it's legit just her sister locked behind the thing, and she's still alive, and that's all she really wanted.
Well, then...
Was that worth Bonnie dying over?
No.
Getting poisoned?
No. But also, actually, if that's all you want Bonnie for, Bonnie's the type of person who would help you do that.
Yeah, if you
Maybe.
asked her.
She'd just be like, I could see Bonnie being full of sass and being like, it's not my problem.
Right, but I mean, if the issue legit is, my sister is locked in a vault, she's been trapped in there, and, can you please help us get her out because, a relative of yours sealed it and we need you to get it open. I'm sure Bonnie would help. But then Bonnie would also have the question, she's been in there for how many years? How's she not dead?
Yeah.
And that's where there's definitely something shady going on there. I'm sorry. The woman, you locked it up, the woman should be dead.
Well, not to mention, I think Bonnie would question why her relative closed it in the first place.
Right. Yep, she's gonna be like, Lucy sealed this? No, not touching this. Not touching it. But, yeah, I don't know, it was interesting because you get to see Enzo, like, protecting her, hiding her, giving her the pills for a good cause. It wasn't just, I'm trying to kill you. It was a legit thing, which I wasn't 100% sure on. I didn't think he was actually trying to poison her, because he seemed pretty shocked when he found out last week that they were poisoning her. But this was just good to see how it all went down. And we get to see them share, like, a nice little New Year's Eve date, and some really terrible guitar playing.
Yeah.
I think it was really cute.
It was adorable, and he was really good to her.
He was. I just love that she, like, this is all I could find. She opens the door and it's like, fucking lights everywhere. It's like, it was nice.
Yeah.
And Enzo's the hopeless romantic.
Yes. I loved seeing that whole, like, side of him.
It's something we haven't seen.
So cute.
But it's I know, he's...
I'm being a girl right now.
He's a 19th century Italian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, there's, like, romance is in his blood.
I mean, the only more romance he can get in his blood is if he was French.
Yeah. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know. Italians, especially old Italians, will give you a run for your money on that one.
Mm-hmm.
The French a run for their money.
Yeah. So, but it was interesting too, because we get to see a lot of Bonnie in the present, and how her interactions with Damon, was going down. We found out that she actually didn't even open the letter once.
Yeah.
I keep it as a reminder of who not to trust.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes and starts threatening Enzo. I'm all like, "You're Damon, stop being a dick."
That's Damon. Damon's been a dick since season 1. You want him to stop being a dick now? When he was so lovey and flirty with Elena, everybody's just like, "Oh, bring the old Damon back," and now you're complaining that the old Damon's back. Make up your fucking mind, really.
No, I'm completely. It's okay. So it's not. What is the word? I don't know what the word is.
Just stuttering over yourself now.
Okay.
I reserve the right to change my Damon opinion.
I never complained about Damon being all lovey-dovey, cutesy with Elena. Because, number one, he was still an asshole. To the whole time, he never changed. He still was an asshole.
Kind
He
of.
had very assholey moments. He still did really stupid things in the name of Elena. Because that's what he did. So it didn't change. He didn't really change. He just was a little less assholey.
I mean, look at all the assholey things he did this episode. He brought Bonnie the wrong flowers. Like...
Couldn't remember her favorite ice cream, or was it? Or something? Yeah.
I can't even get my drink right.
Yeah, there was a bunch of things that he just forgot. If you're my best friend, you would remember all these things. That was kind of that whole situation.
I remember all these little things.
See, do you think it was more with Bonnie? Do you think she actually had the hots for Damon, or do you think it's a best friend thing?
I think it's a best friend thing. I don't see it as a romantically anything. I'll tell you who was the big dick in this episode. Fucking Stefan.
Stefan?
Yeah.
Stefan was a big dick. He was being secretly a big dick, but he was being a big dick. He was trying to act like he wasn't. Oh, I'm just being all innocent. Whatever, Stefan. You're a fucking asshole.
He wasn't. What?
He was being an asshole.
How was he being an asshole?
He's like, I'm just gonna step into your life, Alaric, and fuck it all up.
Alright, so number one, Alaric isn't having a real life. He's having this fake marriage. Right? So he's going to see the justice of the peace. Stefan explained that he caught the bedrooms, how Caroline and Alaric have separate bedrooms. They're not sleeping together. They're not intimate with each other. The only reason they're getting married is to be legit on paper for the kids.
And that stopped being Stefan's, business when he decided to walk the fuck out and not say another fucking word about it.
Okay, but he did say he would come back and explain to Caroline at some point when things blew over.
At some fucking point. And not say a fucking word for how many years? What, three fucking years? You don't just leave a woman and not fucking say anything. Sorry, you can kiss my big, fat, freckled Irish ass.
Whoa! Mike took his headset off for that one.
Is it safe? Can I put it back on?
No.
Wow.
Sorry, Stefan lost the right
He
to
didn't.
do anything. Or
No, he didn't lose the right. He could come back and talk to her. He lost the right to be with her, maybe, but he still can talk to her.
Yeah, when she feels like it. And obviously, she wasn't too fucking happy about it either. She pretty much, almost ignored him.
See, I think it was more she wanted to, but it was the conflict with Alaric that made her not do it. Because if Alaric wasn't home, she would have talked to him.
Then she's an idiot.
Maybe. I mean, she's mad at him for sure, and she has every right to be. I'm not saying she doesn't. Stefan did say, "Look, I will come back and explain it." And the fact that he is back and trying to explain it, even if it's been 3 years.
But
he didn't say, "I will be back next month to explain it."
He said, "I will be back when things blow over." But as far as we know, things had blown over.
He wasn't around though.
Wow.
He was in the Bahamas with B.
The Philippines, and
I mean,
Alaric says it. Irina was locked up.
How does Stefan know that?
Stefan knew. They made that whole conversation that he knew. Stefan could have come back. He could have said something. He could have done anything. Sorry, you can say fucking something, not just...
He wrote Caroline letters, though.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He never sent them.
He wrote them. He sent them. They all got sent back.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She should have opened the letter and read it. He explained himself many times over. She didn't read it.
You walked away.
Yeah, but it's not like Damon who, just left a note and was like, "Peace, fuckers," and went to sleep and wakes up 3 years later and legitimately couldn't contact anybody. Stefan said, "I will contact you when this blows over." He didn't say, "I will come back face to face and talk to you when this blows over." He said, "I will contact you when this blows over." He sent her letters. She didn't read them.
It did blow over.
And she sent him letters. Or he sent her letters.
He didn't come back, and he slept with another woman multiple times. He ran off with another girl.
A witch to help hide him.
I'm enjoying this.
Who he slept with.
I don't have to say a word.
Do you know that he slept with her?
Yes.
How do you know this?
We know.
Were you there?
We know they were romantically involved.
In the past.
No, during this whole period of time.
When?
They were making out, and then she was all like, "I'm in love with you, but you're not in love as much as love with me, even though blah 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 blah." I mean, there was this whole thing.
Right. But Caroline doesn't know that.
Not only did she fucking disappear, but he was disappearing with this other girl that he was in love with, who almost had a baby with, and all this other case of crap. I'm sorry, Caroline is not the kind of person.
I get that, B. I get that. But Caroline doesn't know that. He doesn't know that he was sleeping around with Valerie. It's not like he was posting the pictures on his Instagram account and she was following it.
She knows.
She could assume, but no. He legitimately sent her letters. He did. He never said, "I will come back face to face and talk to you." He said, "I will explain when this blows over." He sent her letters. She didn't read them. That's her prerogative, her choice. She wanted him to come in person. But he still lived up to his end of the bargain. She didn't do it, so now he's coming to explain in person.
Right, but I mean, he should have come in person. At least a phone call. I mean,
yeah, letters who know what like is just like, sorry, Caroline, I'm off in the Philippines, fucking some other bitch.
I'd like to point out that for the last 5 minutes, I have agreed with Kim in 99% of what she's saying. I just can't elaborate in any meaningful way other than her rage has done so far.
Just as a side note, I 100% agree with B as well. I just want to see how fired up I can get her.
So we're all in agreement here. And the reason I've been silent...
I love playing devil's
I
advocate.
can't add anything to this.
Yeah, no, I enjoy playing devil's advocate. That's what it comes down to.
Tell I've been a woman scorned.
No, not at all. Lady C in chat is saying Caroline chose to follow Rick to Dallas. She 100% did. She did it for the kids, because that was more of a maternal instinct. She's carrying around these babies, in her womb,
Not
her
my kids,
her
but
vampire womb. She gave birth to them. She almost died for them in the hospital, and now she wants to be part of their lives. It's, only natural. They don't have a mother. She's been their mother. It's almost she's surrogate mother, at this point, but, she's basically been their mother. And this whole goes down to is family blood or, is family family? And,
right.
That's what it comes down to. So it was more of, she didn't choose to follow Rick to Dallas. She chose to follow the kids to Dallas.
Right, and barring, this was more of in defense of both Caroline and Stefan, barring, someone killing them or, some spell being cast that nullifies their magic or whatever that'll kill a vampire. 3 years in the life of an immortal vampire, in the big picture, really isn't anything.
No, it's not. And that's why I think to Stefan, this whole thing didn't seem like that big of a deal, because...
Maybe it's a bigger deal to Caroline because
she's a newer vampire, yeah.
Yeah, she's really still 27, 28 years old. Stefan...
She's still living in her what would be her normal lifespan. Stefan is already past that.
Right, Stefan was like 20-something when he got turned into a vampire, in 1865.
150-something years ago.
Yeah, so... I mean, Stefan realizes, hey, 3 years, big picture, doesn't mean shit. Caroline, 3 years is still, a third of her, a ninth of her life that she's already lived.
Yeah.
Just forgot basic math.
And Caroline, remember, we all gotta come back to the way Caroline is, and yeah, I know she's gotten better. She's not as ridiculous as she was. She's grown up a little, but still, in any capacity, the person you love, even though it's under circumstances, it's under beyond your control at first, had to walk away from you, has left you, and really hasn't made a whole lot of contact for those 3 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's not in love with Rick either.
We don't know that completely.
If she was, they wouldn't be in separate bedrooms.
Okay, well. She might love him in some capacity. Just maybe not like that. But we've only heard a Larg side of the story. We've not heard anything from Caroline yet.
No, not yet.
So we don't know her feelings or anything or whatever.
It just seems like a fake kind of marriage to me. Like, they're doing it just on paper for the kids. And that's,
As far as what we see, yes, it would seem like that Caroline is. Larg's in love with Caroline.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Whole different thing with the Larg.
And it just made for some great awkward tension moments between the two of them, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
That's why I called Stefan kind of a dick, because he wasn't being nice about it. He was being very obvious that I've come back to talk to Caroline in that manner to her future husband. You're being a dick. Being a dick.
Would I don't know. I don't see any... I honestly don't see anything wrong with Stefan wanting to talk to her.
Wanting to talk to her, but
right.
The way he was implying the reason he wants to talk to her, no.
Yeah.
And he was being an asshole to Lark. He was being an ass.
I get the...
And Lark saw it the whole time, and that's why he was being very snappy with Stefan the whole time, because he knew what he was after.
Well, yes, but if Lark was so confident in their relationship, he shouldn't have anything to worry about. So the fact that he's worried means they don't have a good relationship.
Well, we knew that he was worried. We already know that he's worried. He deliberately said it more than once that the way he feels in the situations is that he's in love with her and she's not in love with him.
Right.
So yeah, he is worried.
Right. So I don't think it's necessarily a dick move on Stefan's part.
Showing up to want to talk to Caroline, that's fine.
Right.
Wanting to maybe explain some things, sure, that's all
Yeah.
fine. Showing up to talk to Caroline and expecting something to come from that, like expecting her to just like fall right back into his arms and everything like that.
See, I don't think that's what it is, though.
No,
I don't think that's what it is.
yeah,
No. See,
Stefan-
no.
Stefan made it very
Stop.
clear.
Stop.
Okay.
What I think it is Stefan wants to explain to Caroline. Yes, he's hoping that everything is kind of the same, but he at least feels that he owes her the explanation. I think that's what it is. And there is the awkward tension because he's talking to her about his feelings and what happened and everything during this point when her new fiancé is present. I don't think he's like, I'm coming in here to steal Caroline from you. I don't think that's the point of the whole thing. I think it's just because of how good-natured of a person Stefan has always been that he at least wants his explanation out there because she returned every letter that he sent her.
I'm under a whole nother impression. Especially the way he jabbed at Alaric more than once.
I think that is yes. There's a hint of jealousy. I shouldn't say a hint. There's a bit of jealousy there, but I think Stefan went in with the intentions of talking to her, explaining things, hoping it would work out. But now he's gone in there because of Alaric's attitude, which is completely justified. I'm not saying it's not justified, but because of Alaric's attitude, it turned into something else. Because they couldn't be men about it.
They couldn't be men about it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, you both have valid points, and
see, Lady C in chat is saying I didn't get that at all. All he wanted to do was tell her what transpired. You're right. He does owe her an explanation, and I 100% feel that's true. But I don't agree that Caroline should drop everything and go with Stefan. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh no, I do
I'm
agree not saying that either.
He does want to talk to her and he explain things, but I think there's very much more implying in Stefan's part that he wants Caroline to fall back into his arms.
Yeah,
right.
That was where the jabbing to Alaric was happening, and that's why and why Alaric was very defensive. And I don't like I
get it.
He had every right to be the way he was being.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Dude,
I
you
agree.
came back into her life after 3 years of being fucking gone and just expect everything to go back to the way it was. I don't fucking
No, I didn't say. I never once said everything goes back the way it was.
No, not you. That's saying that was Alaric's
thinking
attitude towards Stefan.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, but they kind of come up with a mutual solution to Bonnie's predicament, like. During the middle of all this awkward kind of shit going on, Stefan gets a phone call from Damon after hanging up on him 4 times in a row that Bonnie's in trouble. Her life's about to go out, and their solution is going to be to transfer Raina's remaining life to Bonnie. So when Bonnie dies, she comes back like Raina does.
They're going to throw her the old green mushroom.
What?
One up, green mushroom, Super Mario Brothers gives you an extra life.
What?
The program, Dom.
They're transferring a life.
Mm-hmm. Never mind.
No. I got it the whole time.
I know you got it the whole time.
You think B's the only one I'm allowed to pick on?
I hate him sometimes. Anyway, great plan.
Is it?
Maybe.
They have to go on a hit list and murder all these vampires. So, this is the part that bothered me. We've been talking about this the whole time. How many available vampire bodies were there for them all to jump into?
That's the thing that's really got me kind of...
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised.
Like, what the fuck? Like, we were talking, like, statistically, what are the chances that there is going to be a recently vacated body that has not been embalmed, cremated, or whatever? Yeah, there's going to be plenty of dead bodies. How many recently vacated vampire bodies are going to be? They're going to be, considering when they get staked, they desiccate and they're dead, like dead.
Apparently, a lot more than we thought.
So how many empty are these like Klaus's empty shells? Like, did he have thousands?
I don't know
planted?
though. I don't know because the way this is going is they're entering dead bodies. So like the guy that Stefan jumped into, Marty,
Yeah.
was physically dead with his artery, carotid artery was destroyed. Like you can't live through that. So like it's not like he died of natural causes and you just went into the body and it started working again. Like he had a wound that was not supposed to be able to heal, and he gets into it and the body's up and doing stuff again. So
Well,
I think
dying
even
still.
a staked vampire counts. As long as the body's not destroyed, it could re-enter and it's back.
Yeah, it's something they didn't clarify. And
Right.
Until I get an explanation, I am calling that one a plot hole.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, unless they tried to turn, like, unless they drank vampire blood and killed themselves and turned into vampires again. Which, yes, we had the thing with Florence and whatever where she wouldn't heal properly, you know, as Joe or whatever, but if they did it quick enough, it may work.
Maybe.
You know,
Anyway.
and she didn't try killing herself. That's the other thing. Florence didn't try killing herself.
Huge, long hit list of people that they have to take out.
Yeah.
They keep
And we
growing.
get an
We got two teams, which was great. We had Bonnie, Damon, and Enzo, you know, on a team, and the Bonnie and Damon frustration was great to watch, and then you had the Alaric and Stefan frustration, and the buddy pal system
we
going
needed
on.
just a little bit of upbeat music, and it would have been a perfect 80s style musical murder montage.
Yeah. I mean, that first vampire that we saw Damon and Enzo and Bonnie take out in the, what was it, the dentist office? That one put up quite a bit of a struggle. You know, the other ones didn't seem so bad afterwards. But I loved the, like, sports montage. You saw, like, Damon playing basketball with one's head. You saw Stefan playing baseball with another guy's heart. You know, like, it was great.
It's golf. He's
Was
playing
it golf?
It was golf.
Well, he swung it like a baseball.
Well, yeah, he was like 4, and then he fluck it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
and Bo. Oh, Bo.
Yes, Bo. Wait, you don't recognize me. What? It's Bo. And yeah, Bo's dead again.
Damon kills him anyway.
And Bo's dead.
I was really excited for a minute. Like,
I know.
Like, oh shit, Bo did get stabbed. His soul was in there, and now he's dead.
And now he's really dead. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Damon.
I just love the.
Well, Damon
Yeah.
says he was on the list, so he's got to die. Isn't Stefan technically on this list?
Not anymore, because he's in his actual body.
He was still in the Phoenix Stone.
But
Maybe
his
Raina-
soul, I think it would be different because his soul was no longer, he wasn't in. Or, you're right. I don't know. How does that work?
Did they just not address that? Or is Stefan the exception that they could kill everybody but Stefan? Like,
They may have not addressed that, or maybe that is the exception because Raina.
that's gonna be the big cliffhanger to the end of next week's episode when they finally finish off the list, and it's gonna be like, well, you didn't get Stefan yet.
Yeah, and Raina, has said a couple of times that Stefan is kind of a decent guy. Like,
Right.
it's like to quote Arnold from whatever movie, he's like, "I like you, Sully. You're a funny guy. That's why I'm gonna kill you last." Like, that's pretty much Raina's thing. Like, I like you. You're a decent guy. I'm gonna kill you last.
Yeah, and Lady C in chat is saying Raina said complete the list. So I have a feeling it's going to be this whole list, and Stefan's going to be the very last person on it, and it's going to be like, no deal. That's going to be her loophole. Because they're not going to kill Stefan. And
Does she have- I mean, but does
she's
she really
psychically
have a-
connected to him, so she'll know if he's dead or not.
But does she really have a reason to have Bonnie die, though?
Not
No, but
quite.
she doesn't want to waste her own life.
No, she did.
B, if
sound
somebody
she
was
ready
like,
to die.
if somebody's like, I'm gonna take your life from you and give it to somebody else right now, you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, do it. No, you're gonna be like, no, I want to live my own life.
Well,
In Raina's case, she wants to somewhat complete her purpose.
She wants to somewhat complete her purpose, but she wants to, like, have clarity. She said herself she wants just a day to feel the sun on her face and eat a cheeseburger.
Who says they wouldn't give her that day?
Well, I'm not saying they wouldn't, but she just wants a normal life. Like, if she has a taste of that normal life, she's going to want more. She's not going to be like, okay, kill me now. No, she's going to be like, oh, I have it good now. I have a life. She's not going to want to give that up. So they might have to find another way to help Bonnie, because I don't think this way is going to pan out.
It's like, we got a problem. Just the end there. Got a problem. She added more names to the list.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so...
a lot of them.
I don't know. It looks like a lot to me. And yes, they had 2 teams working and everything, but the stack of papers that she gave them to begin with was about a third of that room. Let's be honest. And they finished that in one day. Or so we're led to believe. I didn't see any nighttime kills. So I was under the impression all of this took place in one day.
Which is good, because Bonnie's got a week left.
Mm-hmm.
Ish.
Right.
Ish.
So if all this took place in one day, I give the room that they just came up with 3 more days.
Unless some of these vampires hopped on a boat and are in, like, the middle of Siberia right now.
Mm. Anyway. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You guys have anything else for this episode?
No, I'm good.
No, I said my piece.
Said your piece?
You yelled your piece really loudly.
Lady C is saying in chat, time travel. It's really the only thing the show hasn't really dealt with yet, so...
The magic of Hollywood editing.
Maybe. No, maybe that's what's in the vault. Something that can time travel.
I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the doctor.
So, next week, let's hope that Stefan and Caroline get back together.
Real synopsis for next week, please, and thank you.
I'm kidding, B. Next week is called Kill 'Em All. A deal with the devil. Bonnie's life at stake in an uphill battle ahead of them. Damon and Enzo lead the charge to save Bonnie before her condition worsens. Stefan reluctantly teams up with Matt for the sake of Bonnie and uncovers the truth behind Matt's anger towards him. Dun, dun, dun. Elsewhere, determined to help her best friend, Caroline joins Alaric on a mission and quickly realizes how much she's missed her former supernatural lifestyle.
Mm-mm.
And finally, after their plan takes an unexpected turn, Damon makes a fateful decision that will forever change his relationship with Bonnie.
Boy.
Why do I have a strong feeling that he is going to give in to the fucking armory?
Or he's going to try to kiss her.
What?
Damon makes a fateful decision that will forever change his relationship with Bonnie. The two of them are going to hook it up, they're going to mac it out, and they're forever going to be changed.
Yeah. If that goes that direction, it's going to be weird, and I'm going to feel bad for Enzo.
Bonenzo? Is that the ship name?
Bonenzo.
Bonenzo? I like that.
Enzo.
Sounds like the name of a monkey.
Bonenzo. Sounds like a pastry.
The Italians have a lot of weird names for pastries.
Mm.
I like that.
I'll buy it.
I'm hoping for some Bayman action.
God.
Bayman?
Bonnie and Damon. All right. I think that's about it. Mike.
Bayman works because the other option is Donnie. Yeah, I'm hoping for some Donnie action. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter somewhere around here. I don't know where it is. It's over there somewhere. That's Villagrin.
Wait. If he turns her, then she becomes a heretic, right?
No.
Kinda.
No. That's not necessarily how that works. That's some anomaly in their, like, they had to have been a siphoner before.
Oh, okay.
Because remember Bonnie's mother in season 2 I think it was season 2. She was a witch, died, became a vampire, and she said she lost all her attunement with magic. She couldn't feel it anymore.
About that.
Yeah, so you have to be a siphoner to do that. But anyway, Kim, where can the people find you?
Also on the Twitters at HUFFITY,
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace. I just punched the microphone. And
Good job.
and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Ugh. Owie. Until next week.
Team Donnie.
Team Donnie.
Team Donnie.
Fuck.
Tune in next week to watch Kim scream about Stefan.
Oh, God. Swear to fucking God. Fuck Stefan. Fuck it.